6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good to see everybody. Sorry I'm late. Was caught off guard and lost complete track of time, so here I am. Superfan Dan here in California, along myself, along with you to do a watch along for the Newcastle United versus Bradford City Carabao Cup match today. Of course, we are defending champions from last year. And this will be our first round. And even Leslie, good to see you. Just a quick reminder. Here we are through Black and White Eyes. Welcome to our watch along with me, Superfan Dan, as we defend our trophy win in the Carabao Cup. Please like, share, subscribe, and hype to promote the channel. It's all free and really helps. Join us for just 99p, and I'll give you one of those real quick. Whoop, there it is, 99p. 99p or donate using the super chat. Please wait for me to react to the on-field action before commenting. Don't put any spoilers in the comments, please. I am watching the US, so we're going to be about 20 seconds behind. So and my phone is also probably going to blow up. I've got several different apps that I also follow the tune with. So I have a feeling I'll know what's coming before it's on, but we'll all enjoy it together. Leslie, thank you as always for being in the comments and helping us keep everything where it's supposed to be. Kickoff is going to be in about 8 minutes. Let's look at our starting 11. We've got Ramsdale in goal, which we expected. We've been talking about that for most of the week. In defense, we've got Lewis Hall at left back. We've got Sven Botman. We've got Malik Chow. We've got Emil Kraft at right back. In midfield, we've got Lewis Miley. We've got our captain, Bruno Guimaraes. We've got Joe Linton. And then up front, we have what we expected would be Anthony Gordon back from suspension. Of course, that's in the Prem. But on the left, Anthony Elanga on the right. And young Will Asula is going to be starting up front for us. On the bench, we've got Nick Pope, Kieran Trippier, Jamal Lascelles, Sandro Tonali, Harvey Barnes, Tino Livramento, Nick Voldemada, Joe Willock, and Alex Murphy. Young Alex Murphy, center back, left back. So we've got a little bit of flexibility out there. Our coverage just started here. I'm watching the guys walk into the stadium. Nick wearing a ball cap that has a big, what could be an M, could be a W, can't tell. But also watching the Bradford City guys walking in the reception area, right up into the players' reception. So evening, Chez, good to see you, sir. Kevin Hawthorne, good to see you. Hey, from Lakeland, Florida. There you go. We've got a family down used to be in Tampa, and now they're outside of Tampa. I'm trying to remember where. Cypress, on the Cypress Run golf course is where they live, or nearby. Let's see what else. War Flag's doing a fantastic job as always with the flag displays out, or the flags that are always out. Looking forward to see what they've got at kickoff. See what's going to happen there. Let's see what else it did. Is there anything else in terms of? There's the guys that are coming in. We have, if you go and look at NUFC on their socials, it's been a lot of replays of the last time we faced Bradford City back in 2000, 25 years ago. Goodness gracious. Shearer got 2. Stephen Caldwell got 1. Trying to remember who else. Was it Nabi Solana who scored? Yeah. So anyway, we're very excited, of course, obviously for this match. It's the first match in this year's 25-26 Carabao Cup run. We as defending champions, it's exciting for us. Lots of folks in the terraces taking panographic pictures of the entire stadium. News yesterday also that former goalkeeper Tim Krul decided to hang up his boots at the age of 37 after a 20-year career. Tim Krul is a long-time servant, made his debut in what was it, the Conference League or whatever, and Pardew gave him his debut at 17 years old. I think we were playing Palermo, if I remember right. But there it is. There's the sides are coming out for kickoff. Bruno leading out the squad. We'll be dressed in our traditional black and white stripes. I don't know what color Bradford's wearing just yet. Their kit shorts appear to be maybe gold. Looking for they're pink. Aha! There we go. But I will get going here in just a second. Good to see Sven Botman out there again, starting. Gives him some more minutes in his legs. 2000, Leslie. What year did Shearer and Speed score? Yep, that was in 2000, and they are pink. Yep. Again, Ramsdale, Kraft, Hall, Guimaraes, Chow, Botman, Joe Linton, Miley, Willisula, Anthony Alanga, Anthony Gordon. You got the Anthonys on the wings. Tony out on the wings. There you go. Thanks, Leslie. So this is my first solo watch along, so please bear with me. Once again, we'll really quickly give some shout outs. Don't forget our sponsors, Dire Crow, Joseph Spinney and family down there in Charlotte, North Carolina, doing some terrific Newcastle-based products. Not just T-shirts; they've got all kinds of stuff. If you're looking for sheets and stuff, bedroom stuff for kids, that kind of thing, you can find it there. They also do all kinds of other music-related merchandise and such. But Joe and family do a great job down there. And remember to use BAZ20 for 20% off. Also want to remind everyone to check out the Geordieland Experience. Our good friend Sparky Mark. If you're looking to make a trip to Newcastle and are looking for things to do and reminders of I'm sorry, I'm just watching Bruno just tore the tag out of his kit on the left-hand side by the abdomen. He was, and the linesman, he just dropped it on the pitch and the linesman just picked up the tag and put it in his pocket. Don't forget the Geordieland Experience. Check out Mark and Company, and what's the last one? Nothing. Just remember to like and subscribe. And here we go. Yep. Bradford in all pink. And then I have to remember their crawler again with BAZ20 for Dire Crow. A reminder that we have so far raised just over £11,000 since the start of the channel. That we've given all to charity. So we've benefited multiple charities. In years past, there's been the Stanley Deaf Club. There's been Lily's Foundation. We've also had several guests on our show, John Gibson and Graham Bailey. And I'm trying to remember the others. But anyway, lots of guests, and we also donate to the charities of their choice. So, all right, let me turn this one off. Go back to comments. All right, getting ready to kick off. I've got the sound off so that you don't get demonetized or whatever. So, getting ready for kickoff. Thomas Kirk is our referee tonight. Looks like a pleasant evening on Tyneside. Thomas Kirk is counting to make sure that he sees 22 players on the pitch. Bradford's going to be kicking off, attacking the Gallowgate end. So Newcastle will be, the home side will be attacking the Lees' end, and we are off. All right. I'll be watching the comments. Combination of both team kits remind me of Brock's Sunday's Neapolitan coconut candy. Good to see you, Martin. That's my good friend Martin Medina here in Marina, California. Oz Lucero and I did our weekly drop-in on Instagram Live last night, talking about Monterey Bay Football Club and all things football related. But yeah, here I reminded everybody that I'd be doing this watch along. Oop, there we go. First shot right at Aaron Ramsdale. Looked like it might have taken a deflection, but easily handled by the keeper. Martin's watching this while he waits for, pardon me, I should have been doing this from the beginning. Reminding everybody. There we are. Please like, share, subscribe, and hype the channel. It helps. And you can hype. That's a new feature in YouTube. So check that out. Yeah. Please wait for me to react. No spoilers. Evening Leslie. Evening Ches. There's Kevin. Evening from Lakeland. What year did Shearer and Speed score in a 2-0 win over Bradford City? That was back in 2000. Gary Speed, what a player. Lost him too soon. Our thoughts go out to his family. There's Martin's comment about the Brock's candy. Martin is an Arsenal fan, so he's waiting for the Port Vale tie. Good evening, Jessica. Good to see you. All right. Miley, Joe Linton, Hall, out to Gordon. Gordon's way down the left wing. Looking for a pass. Coming infield, losing the ball. Nope. Miley puts it out for a throw-in. They took a deflection, so it's a Newcastle throw-in. Hall will be taking the throw-in. It's in. Out to Bruno. Bruno attempted a pass, and then Kraft attempted a through ball, and it didn't go anywhere. Alanga's on the ball on the right touchline. Back to Miley. Miley got back to Sven Botman. To Joe Linton to Bruno. Anthony Gordon came inside to Joe Linton. Up to Willisula. Joe Linton's got it. Shot over the bar. All right. Got a couple of shots off. Working out the nerves. That was a great ball from Bruno that then Anthony Gordon came inside and backheeled. Willisula got the ball, lost the ball. Anthony Gordon captured it again, gave it out to Big Joe, and he took the shot, and it went just a yard over the crossbar. So, good evening, Paul. Good to see you. Looks like Sven Botman got an elbow to the face when going up for a head ball. 50-50. He's He's wiping his mouth just inside R18. Yeah, high ball. Yeah, Humphreys was leading with his left elbow. All right. Miley on the ball. Miley out to Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall out to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon flying down the left-hand wing, looking. Now he's come inside, over almost to the half mark, out to Emil Kraft. Emil Kraft out to Elanga, out on the opposite touchline. Back to Bruno. Bruno to Big Joe. Big Joe to a through ball to Anthony Gordon. To Bruno, and Bruno, it got caught up in Bruno's feet and he lost that track. But Malik Chow is recovered. Back to Sven Botman. Botman out to Hall again. Now we rebuild the attack. Hall to Botman. Botman to Miley. Miley to Botman. Botman to Bruno. Out to Emil Kraft. To Willisula. First touch failed him. It basically ricocheted off his boot. Back all the way to Aaron Ramsdale. All right. To Malik Chow. Just finished his live. However, the match is in Spanish or something. Muted. Good to see you, Paul. Thanks for joining. Again, I ask I asked for your patience. This is the first solo watch along I've done, so I'm trying to fill time. Good shot of Eddie and Mad Dog in the technical area. Yin and Yang. Yes. Yep. Baz is at work. Yep. All right. Ramsdale to Chow. Chow, crossfield ball to Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall up the wing to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon cutting inside and gets tripped up by number 2 by Powell. Bradford City. The headband. Oh, goodness. All right, out to Bruno. Bruno to Emil Kraft, who then heads the ball out to Elanga. Elanga's on the opposite touchline. Emil Kraft is on the overlap. Yep, Bradford City tackles Elanga, puts it out. That's a foul. Free kick to Newcastle on about 4 yards inside the touchline. Elanga is still down. Bruno just helped him up. Yeah. Kelly is who tackled number 18. Kelly tackled Elanga. Elanga and Kraft are over the ball right now. Looks like Elanga's going to be the one taking it. Nope. Emil Kraft. Nope. Switcheroo. Elanga with the ball, sails over the 18-yard box. Gordon retrieves it on the opposite touchline. He's got Joe Linton out to the left. Gordon went dribbling inside, got taken out by Powell. Looks like Powell's going to earn the first yellow card of the match. Referee was going to his pocket. We'll see. Yeah. Powell said it was a little, he didn't go for the ball. He didn't play the ball. He played the player. So, all right. Paul has predicted a 4-0 win with Voltamade, Gordon, Jacob Murphy, and Bruno. Well, it's going to be hard since Jacob Murphy's not even in the game day squad. Voltamade is starting on the bench. So we'll see how that goes, Paul. I like the enthusiasm, though. I said 2-1 yesterday. So, all right, we got a free kick just outside the 18. Anthony Gordon with a shot over into the box. Ball's been headed up in the air. Lewis Miley heads the ball back to Emil Kraft, back to Ramsdale. Ramsdale's put it far right out to Elanga, just inside our half. Elanga's cruising up the lead, up the wing, passed it to Bruno. Bruno then got the ball kicked off of him out for a Newcastle throw. Paul's reaction to Jacob Murphy being injured. Yeah, we've got a spate of injuries that we're still dealing with. Obviously, Johan Wissa is out until after the next international break, which will be weekend of October 11th, if I remember right. We're also Jacob Ramsey is also out injured. Now Jacob Murphy has got a bit of a knock. But again, good to see both Jamal Lascelles in the 18 and seeing Sven Botman out there. Ooh, all the way to the other end. Willisula's running at it. Nope. Keeper got away to it. But Gordon is in. Here comes the cavalry. Yep. Bradford keeping it on the pitch. Bradford put it out. It's now a Newcastle throw deep inside the Bradford half, equal to the 18-yard line. Joe Linton's got the ball. Lewis Hall just overlapped, and now Joe has surrendered the throw into Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall to take it. Quick throw in to Joe Linton. Big Joe toes the ball back to Botman. Botman to Miley. Miley to Botman. Botman to Lewis Hall, all the way back to Aaron Ramsdale. Come on, lads, let's go forward. Ramsdale to Chow. Back to Chow to Miley. Miley to Bruno. Bruno to J7. J7 to Bruno. Bruno all the way up to Willisula, who's got the ball. Loses possession. Bradford City's got the ball again in their 18. Hoofing the ball up towards the half line. Sven Botman wins the header, gains the ball. Out to Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall, Miley. Miley, J7. J7, Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon to Bruno, and Bruno misses it. Bradford City's got the ball coming into the Newcastle half. Miley's challenging. Bradford out on the left wing. Miley's still sticking with the player. Bradford put it out for a Newcastle throw. Yeah, Paul, some heavy tackles from Bradford thus far. And several of them missing the ball completely, playing the player, not the ball. So we'll have to see how that goes. I do laugh now. I've known it for years, but I guess I never really paid attention to it until now. But now that I did the stadium tour when I was there in August, and of course, we know that there's a 3-foot drop between the half line and the Gallagate goal, the Gallagate end line. So now I'm paying more and more and more attention to the advertising hoardings and seeing that gap grow as it goes down to the Gallagate. This will be the first meeting between Newcastle United and Bradford City in any competition since March 2001, a 2-2 draw in the Premier League, is the little bit of trivia that was just up on the screen there. So, Leslie, there you go. We beat them 2-0 in 2000. Gary Speed and Alan Shearer, the scorers that evening. But we have not faced Bradford City in any competition since 2001. Paul is guessing there might be some red cards tonight. There could be. It's been a physical game thus far. All right, Bradford City's got the ball inside the Newcastle half. Miley's tracking. Back to the half line. Bradford still with the ball. Now out on the left wing, facing the Gallagate end. Ball's played back. Now it's played back all deep into the Bradford half. Now back to the Bradford keeper. Keeper hoofs it up the field. Now in the Newcastle half. Chow's got the ball. Chow squares it to Botman. Yep, Aaron Ramsdale's in goal, Paul. Yep. Yeah. Poor Baz is at work, so we didn't get any starting 11 graphics. Oh, Botman loses the ball to Bradford City. Ooh. Oh, play on, playing advantage. Bradford's attacking the Gallagate. And shot took a massive deflection off of Chow, and Aaron Ramsdale put it out for a corner. Diving save. So, Paul, I'll just remind everybody, starting 11 was Ramsdale in goal, defense is Emil Kraft, Malik Chow, Sven Botman, Lewis Hall. In midfield, we've got Miley, Bruno, and Joe Linton. And up front, left wing, Anthony Gordon, right wing, Anthony Elanga, and Willis Sula is our 9 today. On the bench, we've got Trippier, Voltemade, Pope, Sandro Tonali. I don't have the 11 in front of me. Bradford City looking to take the corner. The referee is over in the corner talking to the player about to take the corner, reminding him that the ball has to be on the circle there, the half circle. Oh, nice save. Great shot across the ball. Ramsdale got the ball and then punched it out, and then it was cleared by Newcastle. Elanga out with a quick throw in. Back to Gordon. Gordon and Elanga on the same wing now. Back to Kraft. Kraft just put it out for a Bradford City throw. Crap. Martin Medini still with us? Still on the in the chat there, or has Arsenal kicked off yet against Port Vale? All right, Ramsdale with the ball out to Sven Botman. All right, good to see you, Martin. Martin, did the drop in go off the rails last night? It's been unseasonably warm here in the Marina, California area. We usually have an Indian summer, and we get some high temperatures, sometimes in the high 70s, low 80s. But you go inland, and temperatures go up another 10 degrees. Oh, Lewis Hall with a cross into the Bradford 18, out to Miley out to Emil Kraft. Miley forward to Bruno. Bruno's got the ball. Bruno's fighting off a Bradford City player. Squares it to Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall to Bruno. Bruno to J7 to Miley. Quick one-touch triangle right there. Out to Emil Kraft on the right wing. Back to Miley. Bruno. Bruno's looking for an outlet. Out to Kraft. Kraft to his Swedish compatriot Elanga. Elanga drills the ball in. Miley's got the ball. Bruno and Anthony Gordon. J7. This ball bounced around the 18, but fell to, it looked like Asula got tied up in his own feet, but the ball got loose and Joe Linton put it in the bottom right-hand corner. So our score is 1-0. There's a shot of Fabian Schär up in the stands. But Joe Linton opens the scoring. No, absolutely. The ad archive in saying, hope you don't mind tuning in, was a student in Newcastle. Up the chickens. So we have a Bradford City fan in the house. Good deal. Love it. Always welcome. Come on. All right. J7 with the goal. Your score is 1-0 Newcastle United. Yeah, it looked like Anthony Gordon took a shot. It was blocked by a Bradford City player in the box. Bounced to Willisula. Willisula didn't get to it, and then J7 got it. So, all right. Back in action. Back in the Newcastle half. Out to Emil Kraft. Kraft to Elanga. Elanga back to Chow. Chow to Miley. Miley to Lewis Hall. Now just need Bradford to back 2 at 28-1. There you go. My prediction is 2-1 to Newcastle. So we'll see how that goes. Jessica says get in. Leslie, our diligent commenter / mediator / moderator in the chat. Oh, great ball too. Willisula with the second goal. We are now 2-0 up. Well, there we go. Welcome to the ad archive. Yep. Quick. I'm sorry, that one got too quick. I'm looking for the replay here. All of his teammates coming over and congratulating Will Asula, young Asula, with the second goal of the match. Let's see how that worked out. J7 to Miley. Miley thread the ball to Bruno. Bruno threads the ball perfectly. into the 18, and Willisula runs onto it to knock it into the far corner. Fantastic ball by Bruno. Great shot by young Willisula. Sorry, ad archive. Yes, indeed, Leslie, get in again. All right, well, that's Newcastle doing their part. Willisula's limping. Newcastle doing their part in my score prediction. Again, my score prediction is 2-1. So I figured we would go early with 2 goals as quickly as possible. So here we are in the 19th minute. Joe Linton in the 17th minute, and Willisula in the 19th minute. So 2 goals in quick succession. Back to Ramsdale. Ramsdale out to Chow. Obviously kicked off again by Bradford. All right, squares the ball to Botman. Botman out to Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall looking for an outlet. There's Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon passes the ball to young Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall missed it. Collected by a Bradford City player. And, now we got the ball back again. No, it's in the air. We're paying tiddlywinks with the ball now. Miley's got it on the ground, on the deck to J7. J7's looking to go out. He's faced 2 Bradford players to Miley and gets it to Asula, who then loses the ball. Pardon me while I take a drink. All right. Willisula being given a talking to. Good evening, Lauren. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, love. I will say I agree with you, Paul. Distribution has been much improved with Aaron Ramsdale in goal, and he's had some great shots. All right, Anthony Gordon all the way back to Ramsdale. Yeah. But let's be fair. Bradford City's tearing it up in Division 1 right now. So nothing to sneeze at. Anthony Gordon running up the ball. Okay, Alanga's on the opposite wing now, on the left-hand side, facing into the 18 to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon takes a shot. It takes a deflection and goes out for a corner. There's the deflection. So Newcastle corner here in the 22nd minute, soon to be 23rd minute. Yeah, everything's great, Lauren. Thank you. I'm a little unnerved since I'm doing this by myself. I'm trying to fill in all the white noise or the dead noise. Usually, the only other time I've done a watch along, I did it with Babs, and there's obviously some banter between us. So, yeah. So, ad archive says, look out for Andy Cook to get on. If Andy Cook gets on, we are in trouble, he says. Feed the cook and he will score. Well, let's see how long we can keep Andy Cook on the bench. Let me go look at the lineup real quick. Hold on. Forgive me if I'm not watching the match diligently. All right, the ball's in the 18 in the Newcastle to Miley. Miley is now. Come on. Carabao Cup, that's us. Okay, Gordon with the ball at the half line. Back to Sven Botman. Botman to Miley. Yeah, Andy Cook is on the bench for Bradford City, so that's one to watch for, folks. All right, Miley recovers the ball inside the Newcastle 18 or Newcastle half to J7 to Bruno to J7 to Bruno. Bruno leaves it for J7 to run onto, loses the ball. Bradford City's got the ball again. Sparky Mark. Thanks for coming on, buddy. Again, if you're looking for things to do in Newcastle, thank you, Leslie. That's nice of you. Yeah, Miley has done very well this match. I don't know why he got the criticism he did yesterday, making his 50th appearance in the game on the weekend. He posted on social media a little celebratory post for himself, and just got bollocked by comments. So he finally had to turn the comments off. I don't know why people have to be that way, but again, I just wanted to say, since I don't have anything else going on here, let's just reminder, since Sparky, wait, Willisula, oh, great ball from Malanga to Willisula. Bradford's put it out for a corner. Willisula was looking to take a shot with his left, took the shot, and the keeper had made a great save. But it's out for a Newcastle corner. Just a reminder, if you're looking at the comments and you see Sparky Buddy that's Mark from the Geordieland Experience, one of our sponsors. Again, if you're planning a trip to the Newcastle area and looking for things to do, reach out to the Geordieland Experience, and they will point you in the right direction. And I challenge you to meet up with Sparky Buddy and try and keep a conversation, because that gentleman never stops talking in a good way. Love you, Mark. Evening, Fergus. Good to see you. At archive, Bradford's only chance now is to tap into the spirit of that Chelsea Cup game and come back from 2-0 down to win 2-4. You never know. All right. Anthony Gordon with the corner. From the Berwick Road corner. Out to Alanga. Alanga with the ball in again. Bradford City out for a corner again. Anthony Gordon taking it to the Berwick Road corner of the Lees' end. Has anybody ever called it that? The Berwick Road corner? I don't know. Low ball to Miley, collected the ball inside the 18, out to Gordon, back out to Hall. Hall with a cross into the box, but bodies. So Bradford puts it out for a throw. Hall with I thought was going to be a quick throw-in. Yep, there to Miley. Hall to Miley. Miley to Bruno. Bruno back to Aaron Ramsdale, who's now playing sweeper between Chow and Botman. Chow's got the ball out to Alanga. Alanga tried to pass it back to Botman, and Bradford intercepted. So Bradford's deep in the Strawberry corner now with the ball. Nice cross. Aaron Ramsdale with a powerful punch. Oh, goodness. He almost made it to the half line with that, just a punch clearance. All right, Alanga's on the ball now. Lots of Newcastle bodies falling down. Asula lost his balance, fell over. Alanga's, yep. Quick free kick. Botman's all the way back on the 18-yard box to Miley. Miley out to Hall. Lewis Hall on the ball now. Into J7 to Miley to Bruno. Bruno's going to go wide to Alanga. High looping ball to Alanga. Deep. Alanga with a cross. All the way across the pitch. And Lewis Hall gets it on the near touchline. To Gordon, to Miley, to Bruno, to Gordon. Hall's got the ball. Back to Botman at the half line. Botman to Hall. Hall to Chow. Chow out to Kraft. Just outside the center circle. Bruno's got the ball in the circle. Out to Miley. Miley again out to Lewis Hall. Back to Miley. Miley with the through ball to J7. And Bruno's trying to get to it and just couldn't get through the Bradford players. It's gone out for a Newcastle throw. Equal to, it's on the line for the 18-yard box. Now it's gone back. Miley to Botman. Botman keeps it moving forward to Joe Linton. Lost possession to Miley, to Botman. Yes, Fergus. Great to see Lewis Hall in his second start of the season. Good to see him get minutes in his legs. Out to Alanga. There's Miley again with the ball. Miley charging towards the 18. Out to Kraft. Kraft, Miley to Bruno. Bruno's looking for a runner. Yeah, tried to make a quick short pass to Alanga. Didn't work out. But Newcastle sells the ball to J7. J7 forced to the ground by Bradford City. Action still going. Alanga intercepted the ball to Willisula. Willisula to Anthony Gordon with a shot. And it's out for a corner. Great save by the Bradford keeper. It was a fluky shot by Anthony Gordon, but let's be honest, we're just happy to see Anthony Gordon taking shots. You 100% miss every shot you do not take. So, all right. Gordon Nasula trying to be careful with what they're saying as the Bradford City players listening on. Great corner, not great corner. Oh goodness, that was a low ball that skipped out of the 18. Not a good corner, Mr. Miley. Sorry, sir. But goodness gracious, has he grown. Came on in the 2023 season, as a young 17-year-old. I mean, even then he was already 6 foot. Now he's like 6'4", and he's obviously been working out in the gym because he's put a little bit of bulk on him. All right, here we are in the 32nd minute. Eddie Howe off the bench, just having a word there with Graham Jones. J7 with the ball. Anthony Gordon on the left touch line. Go. Oh, feeding the ball inland to Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall with a terrific cutback. Bradford City puts it out for a throw. Anthony Gordon. Nope. Big clearance all the way back into the Newcastle half. Aaron Ramsdale's outside the 18. Has the ball in possession out to Chow. All right, now we're attacking the Leeds' end again. Miley. Oh, great over-the-head ball to Willisula. Come on, Will. Will takes the shot. Keeper puts it up in the air and comes down and recovers. But that was a terrific over-the-top ball that for Asula to run in. Great ball from Miley to Willisula. Willisula, kind of like Bambi on ice in the 18, but he recovered the ball well, took the shot. Keeper did well to bounce it up into the air and then collected himself. Ad Archive says approximately 5,000 Bradford City fans. Great turnout. And of course, we also, this isn't good. Bradford City keepers on the deck. Looks like everybody's coming over to get some water, but the Bradford City keeper is sitting on the deck inside the 18, the Leeds' end 18. Coach is giving the Bradford City side, some tactics there. Eddie is talking with our guys. The Bradford City physio is out there. Yeah, Leslie is correct. Of all the players, Asula is the one we all want to succeed. Again, I don't mean that when I don't mean to disparage him when I say, he looked like Bambi on ice there in the 18 because he's so gangly and his legs are everywhere. I'm glad my wife isn't in the room. He kind of reminds me of Shola Amiobi at the beginning, just finding his feet. J7 talking to Sula right now. Yep, looks like they're taking the pitch again. I'm gonna go off mic here for just a second. Grab a chip. let's not forget how important Agent Asula was in, I think, convincing young Alanga to join us from Nottingham Forest. So yeah, agree with Fergus. He just gives us. He looks like he would be a barrel of laughs in the locker room. All right, Kraft out to Alanga, out on the east end touchline, coming inside, dribbling into the box. Oh my goodness! Lost the ball. Miley too tall for Bradford. Collects the ball. Bruno's got it. Into Kraft. Out to Bruno with a high cross, and J7 tried to put it on frame, but put it wide with a header. Eddie Howe is a top manager. Thank you, at Archive. We don't you, I know you don't want to lose him, but the prospect of him one day managing England is mouthwatering. It is. In Eddie's words, he's not ready for that just yet. He says he's still learning, still perfecting his craft. He loves it in Newcastle. At Newcastle, if the opportunity is afforded to him at a later date, he may consider it. But right now he's concentrating day-to-day operations at Newcastle. So, Leslie says blasphemy, indeed. There's a question to put in the comments. People could have a discussion on that. Would Eddie Howe be bored as England manager simply because he lives, eats, and breathes football, and he's, famously, he's the first one at the training ground, he's the last one to leave. He loves the day-to-day operations with the lads. He loves seeing them every day. He loves being with them every day. England manager, you don't get that. So we'll see. Ches to Fergus, Fergus to Ches. Bruno tried to take a shot, a looping shot, and it just went way over the Lee's end goal. J7 squared the ball to Bruno. Bruno looked to try and beat the keeper with a high ball, and it went off the rails. Ferguson, you've been absent for a while. It's good to see you in the comments, my friend. Alanga's got the ball in the 18, and he's dispossessed. Looks like he tripped over his own feet. Bradford has the ball now. Chow back to Botman. Botman to Hall. All right, Hall is now attacking the Leeds' end again in the 38th minute. Ooh! Bounced off a Bradford player. Looked like Asula was going to get to it, but he didn't. Lewis Hall challenging. J7's got the ball now, out to Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall back to Botman. Botman to Miley. Miley tried to shot, and it was intercepted by Bradford. Bradford now attacking the Gallagate. It with numbers. Yep. The attacker lost the ball. It's been repossessed by Newcastle, out to J7. J7 out to Hall. Hall up the field. Ooh, long loping ball over to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon outside the 18. Coming inside. Cross with the left foot. And all the way across outside the 18, now over on the east end touchline to Alanga. Alanga to Kraft, who's overlapping, back to Miley to Alanga, still on the touchline. Coming inside to Bruno. Bruno with a little tap to get around the Bradford players. Bradford players just took down Bruno, number 20. Who is that? 20, is that Humphreys? Who's number 20 again? Tommy Lee. Not to be confused with Tommy Lee of Motley Crue fame. This one's spelled Leigh. But he looks to be tall like Motley Crue Tommy Lee. So there you go. Busy with work. Going to France. All right. Well, oui, monsieur. All right. Miley with the free kick. Goes over the entire 18-yard box out to Anthony Gordon in the Barrack Road corner. Back to Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall to Bruno in the center of the pitch. Bruno out to Anthony Gordon at wide left. Anthony, yep. Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall on the inside overlap. Lost possession. Now Bradford's got it. Yeah. Bradford lost possession. We put it out. It's for a Bradford throw-in. Deep inside the Bradford half. On the Milburn stand side. All right. It's in. Bradford's kicking the ball around. Sorry, I don't know the players well enough to tell you guys who they are, but Bradford's still in possession. Nice over the top ball to 21. Nice cross. Chow with the clearance. Out for a Bradford header in the strawberry corner. Bradford with the ball again. Coming in with numbers. We've got a player in an offside position. Tried to square the ball. Nope. Malik Chow got it to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon in the center of the pitch. Up to Bruno. Bruno out wide to... All right, well, Bruno got taken down by Lee again. And this time Lee has now earned a... Gordon got taken out by Lee, I'm sorry. And Lee has now earned himself a yellow. So Bradford City with a yellow card in the 41st minute. Yeah, Lee came in. The replay just showed Anthony Gordon was looking for a pass. Lee just came in and shouldered him to the ground. Didn't play the ball at all. Just played the player. Both with their matching headbands. There you go. Tommy Lee and Anthony Gordon. All right, Chow's got the ball on the half line. Out to Botman. Botman out to Hall inside the half to J7. J7 to Miley. Miley's cooking forward to Asula. Oh, goodness gracious. Some kind of entanglement with Will Asula and a Bradford player. Which Bradford player? Number 2. Brad Holiday. Brad Holiday and Will Asula got into a bit of a tangle. Will Asula is grabbing his right toe. Mr. Young Holiday is grabbing his face. So, not exactly sure what part got tangled in, but oui, monsieur. Merci. You need a VPN so you can get us every time. There you go. Yep. Well, a reminder while we're waiting for this free kick again, we have raised over £11,000 given to charity since we started this channel. Don't forget, BAZ20 is your discount code at the Dire Crow shop. Again, a whole line of bespoke Newcastle products, lots of great t-shirt range, but also some bedding options, some other household accessories, not to mention I think there's some coffee mugs in there and that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, go to Dire Crow, have a look, and if you find something that you find in your cart that you want, you get a 20% discount with BAZ20. All right, here we go. Bruno with a shot over the bar. So, but not a bad shot. It looked like it was Anthony Gordon and Bruno over the ball. Gordon tapped the ball back to Bruno. Bruno then took the shot and went just over the bar. Don't forget, you can also become a member of Through Black and White Eyes for just 99p a month. But this channel is, of course, free. The money that we collect in memberships and donations through Super Chats all go into paying for the StreamYard service that we use to put on the channel, and also to charity. We use those monies to get some of our famous guests who have come on, and then we also collect money during those episodes and give that money to that particular guest's chosen charity. We've had John Gibson on, Gibbo. We've had Graham Bailey on. We've had Who else have we had? Goodness me, I'm trying to remember the name of the author. Leslie, if you remember the author that we had, Evertonian guy. But we had we've had some great guests on, and of course, donations made during those episodes have gone to those guests' charities. So, all right, back to the action. Anthony Gordon taken down inside the 18 or inside the Bradford half. He's on the Milburn stand touchline. He's coming in to Bruno. Bruno out to Malik Chow. Malik Chow now feeding a wonderful ball down the center to Emil Kraft. Emil Kraft loses possession. Bradford's on the ball now. Going down the east end or the east stand touchline. But Bruno wins the ball back. Out to Chow. To Botman. We have the fourth official has indicated a minimum of 4 minutes of stoppage time. Alanga's got the ball on the east end, on the east stand touchline. But ball went out on Alanga, so it's a Bradford City throw-in. On the far touchline. All right. Alanga. Asula is just a bundle of energy running, trying to get the ball. High ball all deep into the Newcastle half. In the Brewery corner. What used to be the Brewery corner, I guess. Went out. Holiday kicked the ball against Lewis Hall. It deflected and went out for a Bradford City corner in the Brewery corner. Is it the box office corner, maybe? I don't know. What do you call it? If the Strawberry corner is the Strawberry corner, and the Lees's corner is the Lees's corner, the Lees's Terrace corner, I've been calling it the Barrack Road corner and then the Brewery corner, I guess. I guess that's the only way I can put it. All right. Anthony Gordon chasing, and Bradford City put it out for a throw. Tommy Lee just booted the ball down the Milburn stand touchline, deep in the Newcastle half. We're practically taking a throw in at the corner flag. So, but then somehow it got all the way halfway up the pitch from Young Hall. All right, there you go. Lewis Hall in to Bruno. Bruno out to Emil Kraft. Emil Kraft out to Anthony Alanga on the opposite touchline. Alanga looking for overlap. Back to Bruno. Bruno to Miley with a nice through ball. Miley over to Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall out to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon going wide, looking for the overlap. There's J7 in the box. J7 with a cheeky ball, looking to get a handball in the 18. He just chipped the ball up at the Bradford City at mid-level. Yeah, hit him in the thigh. Bradford City player pulled his hand out of the way. Good job, guys. All right, we are halfway through the stoppage time, and we are now entering the 48th minute or 49th minute. Sorry. So we're looking to we're into the last minute here of stoppage time here. Just a second. I have to give ESPN credit. They are at least keeping time. We may be only about 10 seconds behind you guys. So, all right, goal kick. Bradford City goal kick. Great ball from the Bradford keeper deep in. Newcastle caught ball watching. There's Lewis Hall with the ball. Good job, Lewis. All right, squares it to Emil Kraft on the right-hand side. Emil Kraft is looking up field, look for to Miley, touches the ball to Miley. Now back to Chow. Chow tries a through ball to Lewis Hall and loses possession. Lewis Hall quickly got the ball back, but then got dispossessed. Bradford City with a cross, and Malik Chow puts it out for Emil Kraft puts it out for a Bradford City corner. Oh, goodness. That's quite the end to the second half. We've now passed the fourth minute. But yeah, Emil Kraft puts it out for a corner. Corner kick from the strawberry corner of the Gallagate end. Chow is up against Kelly. Looks like, is it Pointer who's going to take the corner? All right, let's see. In swinger, right boot. High in the air. Alanga is following it out. Is it another corner? Is it a goal kick? Nope, out for a Newcastle goal kick. And I think, yep, that's the end of the half. Whistle blown. All right, your halftime score in the Newcastle Bradford City Carabao Cup tie is Newcastle 2, Bradford City 0. It's been an exciting game, a physical game, to be honest. All right, let me turn off my banner here. Sorry. Willisula giving somebody a stink eye on the way out. But yeah, it's now halftime. Again, scores Joe Ellington scoring in the 17th minute. And then Willisula scored in the 19th minute. Two for two in 2 minutes. So great job there. And then now we got a little, as we were going to commercial. All right, give you some stats. 75% possession for Newcastle, and now we've got an ad from my provider here. So we've got advertisements here for the next 2.5 minutes. So now I'm looking for the comments. Anything else going on in the comments? We'll just remind everybody about membership is you can subscribe through Black and White Eyes. It costs you nothing. If you want to become a member of the channel, that's how you're able to comment. You could be you can be in the comments as a member for as little as 99p. We also you can also donate money using super chats. Reminder, Dire Crow with their line of Newcastle gear, all kinds of stuff. Go check them out. Use the code BAZ20. That's Bravo Alpha Zulu 20 for 20% off your purchase. Hit up Sparky Mark, our good Sparky buddy. If you're planning a trip to come to Newcastle and want to know more about the area, want to know more about the things to do, check out the Geordieland Experience. They'll point you in the right direction. If you can understand Mark when he's talking a mile a minute, and a great guy, Mark. So look forward to seeing him again when we come over. And then, of course, like and subscribe. Thank you for sticking around on our watch along. We'll see if anybody else. Nobody's sitting backstage, so you just got me. That's the way it is. So gotta love American commercials. We've got commercials for plaque psoriasis medication. Members are also entered into prize draws when Baz remembers. Thank you, Leslie. Subscribers can also comment in it. Subscribers, the free subscribers can comment in the chat. Members, you have to become a member in order to be entered into the prize drawing. Thank you very much. Oh, there's Annie and Joey. Hi, guys. More California locals here. Good to see you all. I given that it's black and white hearts and clinking beer steins, I'm going to say it's Joey in the comments. Hi, Joey. Good to see you. All right. Some stats here. 75% possession Newcastle, 12 total shots, 5 on target, 4 corners, 0 offsides. Bradford, 25% of the possession, and then the graphic goes away. Sorry, guys. Ad archive, I apologize. I didn't get your stats for you because they just went too fast. And now it looks like a commercial break again, but we do get a montage of Trippier and Bruno and Lascelles lifting the Carabao Cup last at Wembley. Oh, here we go. Total shots for Bradford, 2, 1 on target, 3 corners, no offsides. Newcastle with 5 tackles to Bradford's 4, 3 interceptions to Bradford's 8, 1 block to Bradford's 3. Passing accuracy, 92% for Newcastle, 67% for Bradford City. Attacking third, 87% to 62 on Bradford City. So, when I see those stats up, I try and give them to you. And now I think we'll get the highlights for the goals. Yeah, this was Bradford's one shot on frame. Great job. Ches saying hello to Joey. Welcome in, Joey. Give me a second. I'm going to go off camera for just a minute. If I can. Yep. I'm still here. I'm just straightening up. There. When I'm wiggling around, it doesn't look good on camera. So apologies. Yeah, the J7 goal was a little fluky. Again, there was appeared to be a through ball that then got mixed up in possession, and it just bounced into Joe Linton's path. No, it was a shot by Gordon. Gordon that again got deflected and stopped by the Bradford player, and then the ball just fell into Joe Linton's path. So great kick, great boot. Botman to J7, J7 to Miley with this to Bruno the terrific ball for Will Asula to run onto, and Will just one-timed it into the far corner. So great goal as he goes and celebrates in the Lees' corner. So nice highlights. Yeah, Les, yes, agreed. Don't see any K tape, what they call kinesiology tape, K tape on Joe Linton. I don't see any on his legs at all. So no, it looks to be that he's back to his best. Then again, Leslie, he could have some higher up that we just can't see. Give me just a second. Leslie asked, you'll know what is a Faraday pouch for? I don't know what a Faraday pouch is. A Faraday cage is for blocking electrical signals or remote signals, that kind of thing. It's an isolation chamber, so to speak. So I guess a Faraday pouch would be something to keep electrical signals out from whatever's in the pouch. I don't know. You tell me, Leslie, what is a Faraday pouch for? Oh, I got to give you some updates. Huddersfield is down hosting Man City, but they are down 1-0 at halftime. Newcastle, of course, is leading Bradford City 2-0. Spurs are leading Doncaster Rovers at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and currently Arsenal is leading Port Vale away to Port Vale. A microwave is basically a Faraday cage. This is true, but it's also why you also don't want to put anything metal inside a microwave, because that isolation can keep the microwave signals that are used to cook. Also, the signals can't go anywhere. Therefore, pressure builds up in the microwave. I've never heard of a Faraday pouch. Now I'm just interested. Now I just have to go look that up. Of course, my mind immediately goes to, whenever I hear the word pouch, I never think of, men's undergarments are constantly being barraged in advertisements to us on the pouches and that kind of stuff for obvious reasons. Let me see here. Faraday pouch. Amazon has a Faraday pouch. It's to put your phone in. Huh. Anti-tracking and hacking, privacy and data security. Yeah, it's kind of like a RFID package. So, all right. Ches says the mesh in the glass is too small for microwaves to escape and damage our eyes. There you go. Faraday pouch does the same, but blocks signals from getting in or out. Yep, it's a security pouch, I guess. Thanks, Ches. All right, what else? We're facing Arsenal this Sunday. Can we all agree that Aaron Ramsdale has done pretty well? Again, great to see Sven Botman out there with minutes in his legs, along with Lewis Hall. I'd never heard of a Faraday pouch, Ches, to be honest. Faraday cages, yes. Faraday cage is something where you can put something that's transmitting signals. You can put that inside a Faraday cage, and then the cage will cease to let those signals out. Same thing if you're trying to protect something from transmission waves or something, you can put that inside a Faraday cage, and then those waves can't get to that item. So yeah, Faraday pouch makes sense that it's something that would protect whatever is in the pouch from either emitting signals or from receiving signals. So the ones that Amazon have on order it's like a pouch that you can slide your phone in with a magnetic closure, and then I guess maybe put it in your bag or something like that. So you don't have to put it on airplane mode if something that anyway, it's not going to get any signal. It's not going to transmit anything. It's not going to receive anything while it's inside the pouch. There's Nick Valdemade out on the pitch in warm up. Wish there was a third half. I'm really enjoying the game. True. Good. All right, Tino's out there warming up. There's Joe Willock also warming up. I want to see Joe Willock get back to his best. I just wonder if his body has betrayed him with the spate of injuries that he's had now over the last 18 months. I'm just wondering if his body has just said, look, guy, I can't do what I used to do, and you're going to have to learn how to play with what I am capable of doing. There's Sandro Tonali and Trippier kicking the ball back and forth. All right, Joey, go back to work. Have a great day, buddy. Joey's one of the early morning shift at our local home improvement store. So he's off to work at like 4:00 in the morning. He reports at 5. So he must be getting close to the end of his day. All right, guys, back out on the pitch doing a quick warm up. Looks like Newcastle's ready to take on the second half. Again, if you're watching the TV screen, Newcastle is now attacking the Gallagate end, defending the Lees' end. We spoke too soon. J7 has got some tape around just under his right knee in a circle all the way around under his knee. So maybe give him a little bit of strength on the bottom part of his patellar tendon. I'm thinking. I don't know. But it's not KT tape. That looks just like athletic tape. It looks like Bradford City's going to make a substitution. Who's coming on? Number 10. Shoot, lost my ESPN page. Hold on. Newcastle kicking off. Again, facing the Gallagate corner. or the Gallagate end, I apologize. No substitutions for Newcastle at halftime. Nick Powell has come off, and Anthony Sarcevic? Sarcevic. Maybe. I don't know. Ad archive, you tell me. What time is it where I am? It is currently 10 minutes to 1 p.m. It's in the noon hour here. Thanks, Leslie. And that comment is about the J7 not strapped up, and now he's got tape. So it is almost 1 p.m. my time, Leslie. All right. Chow's got the ball. Chow out to Emil Kraft. Oh, back to Chow. Back to Botman. Started timidly, it would appear. Botman out to Kraft. Kraftman looking to move upfield now. We've got a close-up of Anthony. All right, whoa. Alanga got the ball. Alanga tries for a quick cross inside the 18 across the 6, and it gets put out for a Newcastle throw-in. Newcastle throw-in in the Brewery corner of the Gallagate end. Looks like Alanga's going to take it. Short corner out to Bruno. Oh! J7 with a powerful header towards the Gallagate goal. Sadly, it went right over the bar. J7 is complaining that someone was grabbing him by the collar of his shirt. Yeah, it went wide from where we were. It looked like it went over the bar, but it went well wide, 2-3 yards wide. But Joe Linton not happy. He said he was being held down and therefore couldn't get his headed shot on. All right. Goal kick from Bradford towards the Lees' end. Newcastle recover. Alanga, Bruno. Nope. Bradford City's got the ball now. Bradford now retreating into their end. Tommy Lee kicking the ball back all the way back to the keeper. Willisula is, oh man, chasing down the ball. Almost got to the keeper. Lewis Miley, the ball went way up. The keeper just knocked it out, and it came down and hit Lewis Miley in the face like he wasn't prepared for it. It looked like he was going to head the ball, but then went down like a sack of potatoes after getting hit in the face with it. So I think he misjudged the trajectory. All right. Bradford City has the ball. Big looping ball forward. Easily headed back to Ramsdale by Lewis Hall. All right. Botman's got the ball. Botman to Miley. Miley looking to go upfield with it. Out to Botman. Botman out to Hall. Hall down the east end touchline. Anthony Gordon's got the ball now. Looking for a through ball. Ooh, out to Asula. Asula backheeled it to Hall, but lost possession of it. It's gone out for a Newcastle throw. Anthony Gordon with the throw. Back to Botman. Botman to Bruno. Bruno to Miley. Miley almost lost possession all the way back to Aaron Ramsdale. There we go. Aaron Ramsdale to Chow. Chow looking for it. Chow out to Emil Kraft. Miley was asking for the ball, but he put it out to Kraft instead. To Bruno, to Kraft, to Bruno. Back to Chow. Chow back to Ramsdale. All the way back into the 18 again. Gordon's got on the east end touchline. East end touchline. Back to Botman. Botman to Gordon again. Botman. To Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall all the way back to Ramsdale outside the 18. Ramsdale out to Chow. Come on, Chow, let's go forward. Out to Kraft. Kraft tried a long ball to Langa. Went out for Kelly. Put it out for Newcastle throw deep in the Gallagate end. Back to Kraft, even with the 18-yard box, looking to take a quick throw. Not going to happen. Yep. To Bruno, to Kraft. Bradford puts it out again for a throw. This time it looks like maybe Bruno's going to take it. Yep. Nope. Bruno left the ball for Kraft. Kraft in J7. Lost possession. Bradford's got the ball. Bradford Up the pitch. Nope. Newcastle's got it now, just outside the 18, but a foul was called against Willisula. So, looks to be a Bradford City free kick just outside the D of the 18-yard box. Booted upfield out to the east stand touchline. It's now coming back. Bradford still in possession. Pass back to Bradford keeper. Bradford keeper puts it out for a Newcastle throw. Nope. Kept it inside. Bradford's got it inside the Newcastle end. Fighting off Botman. Yep, successfully dispossessed. Alanga's got the ball now. To Asula, to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon wide left. Coming inside now. Asula's gone wide left. Through ball to Bruno. Bruno out to Kraft. Alanga looking for it, giving it to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon with a shot. And the keeper gets to it. Great stop by the keeper. Kind of an opportunistic shot by Gordon. All right, what? Fergus, I would say that we'll probably see Voltamata here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. I suspect he'll come in the 60th minute, give him some more time on the ball. But my feelings are Asula has not done poorly. He's been lively, no doubt. I don't think he's done poorly enough to warrant a substitution just yet. But a 2-0 lead is also a dangerous lead. That 2-0 lead, all you need is one goal to go in on the opposite, and all of a sudden you're up against it. So I trust Eddie is going to make a decision here. I would suspect we're going to start seeing some subs. I would like to see. I'm just thinking. I mean, I know we're going to see Voltamata. It's going to happen. Big Nick will be on. I would suspect we'll also see Harvey Barnes. I think we'll look to. It's good to have Anthony Gordon out there getting minutes in his legs after a suspension, but at the same time, we don't want to run him ragged in the Carabao Cup game. So I suspect we'll see Harvey Barnes introduced here pretty soon. We may see Trippier introduced. Opportunistic cross. Oh, great header. Ramsdale dealt with it very, very well. Oh, that was great. Agreed. Yeah, bringing on Voltamata now would be a give him more minutes, learn more about the English game. It's physical. He's not afraid of that. That's great. But as we've talked about, he's not our typical number 9. I keep likening him to a 6'6" Peter Beardsley. His close control is phenomenal. His first touch is exquisite. He's not your typical target man, though. His debut goal was a header. So great understanding there with Jacob Murphy. Sadly, Jacob Murphy not in the 18 today. All right. Anthony Gordon out into Hall. Hall almost dispossessed back to Botman. Botman to Miley. Miley's being pressured by Bradford City to Botman, to Hall, to Miley, to Bruno. Bruno out to Kraft. All right, changing gears, changing sides. Out to Alanga. Alanga, quick ball into Anthony Gordon. Yep. Come on. There's Bruno. Bruno out to J7. It's in the box. Hall with it. Oh, Hall with a cheeky cross, and Bruno tried to put like a not a volley, not a chip, but outside of the boot, right there, just outside the 6-yard box, and it went over the net, over the bar. So let me look at our bench again. So we've got the likes of Joe Willock, Sandro Tonali, Jamal Lascelles, Alex Murphy, Tino Livramento, Harvey Barnes, Nick Pope, and Voldemade. So I suspect that we'll see Eddie use his full complement tonight of substitutes. I think we'll see Big Nick come on. I think we'll see Trippier come on just to kind of sew up, if we're still leading with a clean sheet. I suspect he'll bring on Trippier to help clean things up. Malik Chow, of course, also in the last 2 games, he came on as a substitute late in the brain is not working. He got about 30 minutes in that one game when he came on as a substitute for Cher. Cher's going to be out for a little bit now, so now we've seen Malik Chow get some time. So he also learning the English game. All right, Gordon attacking, and there's Asula. No, Alanga. Oh, Alanga tried to get a shot off. Great through ball by Anthony Gordon. Alanga chasing it into the 6-yard box. Tried to do a cheeky little chip over the keeper, and the keeper was up to the task. Great ball. What a great through ball for Gordon. And Alanga managed to keep off 2 Bradford defenders. Goes out for a corner. It's Alanga with a corner in the brewery corner of the Gallagate end. All right, out to Bruno. Bruno plays it, squares it to Alanga. Alanga with a chipped cross across the box. J7's got it. Lots of black and white shirts in the 18, but no one attacking the ball. Goodness gracious, guys. That was a wasted effort, unfortunately. Just that was sloppy. I'll tell you what, though, folks. I really do like the Newcastle font on the back of the club font on the back of the kits. I like the numbers. I like the sneaky Newcastle crest down in the corners of the numbers. It's a good looking font. I like the rounded edges on the names, on the letters. So I got a couple of kits when I was there for in May for the launch, and I'm happy that I was able to get it with the Newcastle font, the club font. All right, Bradford City with all the way up into the box. Bradford City take a shot, went over the bar for a Newcastle goal kick. So, all right, folks. Happy to respond to comments in the because I'm just at this point I'm just running diarrhea of the mouth. Go on. Let's give something to talk about. The Holy Roman Empire was neither holy nor Roman. Discuss. Thank you, Michael Myers and Coffee Talk, for that one. I've used that one in a workplace setting. Someone got upset when I said that. All right, Miley's got the ball. Miley to Bruno, attacking the Gallagate end. Bruno out to Emil Kraft. Emil Kraft now inside the Bradford 8 half to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon in center of the pitch out to Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall back to Gordon. Gordon still in the center. Squares it to Emil Kraft. Emil Kraft wide right to Alanga. Alanga looking to come into Kraft in the 18. Dispossessed. Thanks, Ferguson. Bradford looked to clear it. It bounced off of Alanga to go out for a Bradford goal kick. All right, entering the 59th minute now of the match. I suspect we will see some fresh legs here coming in just a minute. I wonder if we'll see Tino Livramento come on for Lewis Hall. I mean, while it's good to get Lewis Hall get some more minutes in his legs at the same time, we don't want to run him ragged, because if he is now fully fit, which I suspect he is now that he started 2 matches in a row, I think we want to give him a bit of a break because we're going to need him against Arsenal. So the understanding that Lewis Hall and Anthony Gordon have on that left-hand side is exceptional. So, all right. Bradford City puts it out for a throw-in. Kelly puts it out for a throw-in. Kraft back to Chow. Chow back to Kraft. Kraft on the 18 on the touchline. Back to Chow. Back to Botman. To Chow. Chow up to J7. All right, great pass. J7 fighting off 2 Bradford defenders to get it to Bruno. Bruno looking for a square ball into the 18 with Alanga. Alanga back out to Kraft. Kraft to Bruno. To Alanga, to Kraft, to Alanga, to Bruno, to Miley, to Bruno, to Kraft, to Alanga, to Miley, to Kraft, to Alanga, to Miley. Playing these quick triangles over on the right-hand side here, on the near side. Bruno to Alanga, Alanga to Gordon is now joined in the mix. Oh, to Miley with the cut back. Oh, Miley with a terrific cutback and a neat little chipped cross across the goal mouth to J7, who puts it wide. All right. Yep, I was right. Here comes Tina Livermento and Kieran Trippier as our first pair of subs. Looks like Kraft and Hall are going to be coming off. Just, yep. Kraft also came back from a little niggling injury. Good to see him come out and get some minutes. Yep. So Livermento is going to go wide left, that left fullback, and Trippier will deputize for Emil Kraft. So Tino for Hall, Trips for Kraft. Looks like Bradford's also going to make a pair of substitutions. This will be second and third substitutions for Bradford. Coming off for Bradford, I hope Ad Archive is still in there. Kelly is coming off. Oh, here comes Andy Cook. So Joe Wright is coming on, but his number is incorrect. ESPN has his number as number 4, but he's number 17 is coming off, or is coming on. Sorry. No, I apologize. Tyreek Wright went on for Kieran Kelly. I apologize. Triple sub. Who did Andy Cook go on? As did Neufel. Holiday came off. Kelly came off. And who was the last one? Crap. Anyway. I'll get it back in a minute. Kelly went off. Wright came on. Humphreys went off. Cook came on. Holiday went off. Neufel came on. Neufville. All right. So Bradford has made 4 substitutions. Newcastle's made 2. So Newcastle on the ball again. This time Anthony Gordon's got it on the far touch line to J7. J7 to Tino Livermento? Or is that Miley? No, that was Tino Livermento. Livermento way up on the pitch. Oh, and I just hit the pause button on my damn remote. I apologize. 63rd minute. Looks like Andy Cook was offside. So free kick to Newcastle. That's what it looks like. I'm waiting for play to start again. Long pause on Eddie Howe in the technical box. There's Anthony Gordon out to Bruno. Ooh, nutmegs the Bradford defender. Still Tino to J7. J7 out to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon in the 18. Looking, lost. Tripped over his own feet. Lost possession of the ball. Bradford City knocks it way up the pitch. It's now back. Anthony Gordon's got it outside the 18, takes a shot, and it gets way deflected. Leslie didn't mind me not knowing everybody about Bradford because we don't know who they are. So, but I wanted to provide effective commentary. Come on now. All right. Keeper with a long kick up the pitch. It's inside the Newcastle half now. Bradford City's got it. They've gone wide right over on the east stand touchline. Bradford City still with the ball, entering the 18, and Botman had Skarvevich or Antoli had him covered, so it went out for a goal kick. Goal kick now out to Trippier to Alanga, Trippier to where's Tripp's going to go with it? Into the center of the park to J7 to Alanga. Alanga's come inside. Alanga now in the center of the park, out to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon out there on the touchline, and Anthony Gordon makes a pass and gives up the ball. Anthony Gordon chasing in with a cross, and I think that was Osula attempted to head the ball, but he was attempting to head the ball into the strawberry corner. He's saying that he got pushed from behind. I'd like to see a replay on that, but I think that we might see the last of Will Osula in this match. Great cross from Anthony Gordon. Oh yeah, it did look like Tyreek Wright may have pushed Osula in the back as he was in the air, so it went out for a Bradford City goal kick. Bradford City keeper knocking the ball way into the Newcastle half. Chow got to that, to Sula, to Alanga, looking to unleash Gordon. Lost possession, it got deflected out for a Newcastle throw in deep in the Bradford half. Tino Livramento to take the throw in, just about 5 yards from the strawberry corner flag. Out to Botman. Botman to Bruno. Bruno out to Trippier. Trippier back out on this near touch line to Alanga. Alanga dribbling down. Back to Trippier. Trippier squares to Bruno. Bruno to Miley. Miley to Trips. Trippier to Miley. Miley now wide right. Back to Trips. Trips, are you going to give us a cross? No. Back to Malik Chow. Back to Trippier. Over to Botman. Looking to switch things. Botman to Bruno. Bruno to Botman. Botman to Livramento. To J7. To Bruno. To J7. Back to Botman. Botman to Bruno. Botman to J7. Botman to Tino. Botman. Botman to Bruno. Inside the Newcastle half. Bruno squares it to Trippier. Trippier quick. Unleashes Alanga. Alanga down the right-hand side. He's got Miley in support. Miley got the ball back to Trippier. Trippier to Bruno. Bruno looking for an outlet. Back to Chow. Chow to Trips. Deep in the Bradford half. To Miley, to Alanga, to Anthony Gordon in the 18. And he shoots. And he goes 2-3 yards wide of the far post. All right. I think looking at Gordon. Gordon's toast. I think it's time to make some subs here in the 68th minute. Who would you guys like to see? Go and see Barnes come on for Gordon? That's what's going to happen. And here comes Nick Valdemade. So, no, it looks like Alanga's coming off. Osula's coming off for Valdemade. And it looks like Alanga is going off for Barnes. So Gordon's going to keep his spot out there on the left-hand side. Or, nope, looks like Gordon's coming off too. I'm wrong. He took off Alanga and Gordon and put on Valdemade and Barnes. Osula keeps his spot. Alanga came off for Valdemade. I'm getting confirmation on the screen now. And Gordon came off for Barnes. Osula is still on the pitch. There you go. That's 4 of the 5 subs for both sides. Long ball from the Bradford keeper outside the 18 box in the Newcastle half. Trippier to Osula. Osula's gone wide right. Osula's gone wide right. Barnes has gone wide left, and now Anthony Gordon's playing as the 9 as the foil to Valdemade. Ooh, this could be interesting. Yeah, I think Gordon was gassed, Leslie. You could tell. He'd run himself into the ground, and let's be honest, his shots weren't weren't very accurate. So I think better to take him off now, keep him ready for Arsenal. He plays well against Arsenal, so I'm just excited to see that. All right, Bradford free kick from about 30 yards out, looks. Maybe 25 yards out. Nice ball. Cleared by Valdemade, who was playing in the center of the wall back there. Bradford City still got the ball in the 18. Squares it. Bradford City squares it again. Shot over the bar. Safe. No trouble for Aaron Ramsdale there. It was good work by Bradford. I mean, they did well to keep possession in our half. Yeah, just that shot, disappointed the attacker there. All right, Valdemade out to Bruno. Bruno has unleashed Asula on the right hand side. Bradford City out for a throw in. Toure with the clearance. Bruno with a quick throw in. Back to Trips. Trips with the ball. To Trips to Bruno. Bruno back to Chow. Chow to Ramsdale. Ramsdale to Botman. Botman out to Livramento. Come on, Tino. Let's go. Tino to Barnes. Barnes to Tino. Tino to Botman. Let's get into their half, guys. Come on. Livramento back to Botman. Botman to Tino. Tino out to Miley. Miley to Chow. Deep in the Newcastle half to Asula. Asula to Trips. And there's Trips with a back heel, hoping that Asula was going to run onto it, and instead it went to the Bradford keeper. So, all right. Tino has the ball to J7. J7 out to Barnes. Barnes unleashes Tino. Tino with a cross. Valdemade's in the box. Trippier's got it. Out to Bruno. Trippier on the overlap. Trippier crosses into the box to Asula. Asula back out to Trippier. Out to Bruno. Bruno to Miley. And it's a Bradford free kick. Miley judged to have fouled the Bradford player. Good Lord. Valdemade's walking next to the Bradford keeper. I mean, Bradford captain, and he's twice the size. Oh my goodness. All right. Keeper's going to take the free kick about 5 yards outside the 18. So about 25 yards out. But he's sending his side forward. Long free kick from the Bradford keeper deep into the Newcastle zone, all the way to the 18. Cleared it, only to give surrender possession back to Bradford. Bradford's got it. Bradford wide out to the east stand, touchline. Tried for a pass, goes off of Barnes for a Bradford throw-in. Sarcevic, that's the name of it. Anatoly Sarcevic. Could be Sarkovic, but all right, deep now in the 18. Bradford City 18. The only black and white shirt up there is Nick Valdemade. Keeper tried to clear it, went out. Now up for a throw-in. Tino's going to be taking a throw-in inside the Newcastle half on the east stand touchline, the far touchline. Chow to Trips. Back to Botman. Botman out to Barnes. Tino is inside. All right, up to Bruno. Bruno is going to get... Bruno's alone in the 18. Here's J7. And it's J7 with the third. Well done by the Brazilian guys. Great interplay between those two. Joe Linton kissing and tapping the Newcastle crest. Way to go. Yes, indeed, Fergus. J7 with the third. It is now 3-0. J7 with a brace. Great ball from Barnes up to Bruno. Bruno all by himself in the 18. Voltimati looking for it. Barnes looking for it. Squares it to J7. Late arrival, and J7 just buries it. Way to go, Joe Ellington. Joe Ellington is what he says. We just call him Big Joe. Way to go, Joe. I think it's funny that both Barnes and Voltimati were both looking for the ball, but Bruno went looking for his Brazilian brother. So there you go. All right. Newcastle goal in the 75th minute. That's 3-0 to Newcastle. That puts both Ad Archive and me out of contention for our predictions. I predicted 2-1. Oh, the referee is now coming over to the touchline. Mad Dog and Mad Dog are talking. The referee was saying something about a microphone. The linesman on the linesman on the east stand on the far touchline is saying that his transmitter for his microphone has gone off. So the linesman on the far side has no communication with the rest of the officiating crew. So it looks like what they're going to do is they need to bring him a new battery. And yeah, that linesman has now come across the pitch. Got stoppage here for just a minute. Hold on, I'll be right back. Yep. Referee has collected the transmitter, gone to the fourth official. The fourth official is now reaching into a bag to get another transmitter. So just to be a minute here. I don't think I've ever seen this on television before. So we're getting some recaps of the goals. There's J7 with the first goal in the 17th minute. Then the fabulous ball from Bruno to Willisula in the 19th minute. Such good vibes from Masula. And then, now this goal here in the 75th minute. Bruno all by himself, surrounded by pink. And he squares at the J7 and puts the ball in the back of the net. So Joe Linton with 2. Willisula with 1. Handily leading 3-0. All right. Willisula with the ball. We're back in action. Willisula approaching the 18. Looks to square it to Nick Valdemade. Nick to J7 to Bruno. Oh, Bruno with a cheeky outside of the boot shot, and it goes straight at the keeper. Oh, damn it. He's got a smile on his face, though. Joe Linton knew what he was trying to do. Voltimati squares it to Joe Linton. Joe Linton back heels it into Bruno's path. Bruno tries to cheekily put it in with his side boot and goes right at the keeper. All right. All the way to the other end. We're in the Newcastle 18 now. Botman with the ball out. Oh, Botman tries to chip the ball. Oh, my goodness. What a goal by Andy Cook. Bradford City with a goal in the 79th minute. Wow. Ramsdale absolutely pissed off with his defense. Botman tried to chip a pass, and it went right into Cook's path. Cook intercepted it and just blasted it in off the crossbar. What a fantastic goal. It wasn't Botman, it was Miley. Miley tried to chip it up to Bruno. Oh, young Miley, that was awful. Who got it? Number 6. Who? No. Lee. Tommy Lee got it. Tommy Lee intercepted the ball, headed it down right into Andy Cook's path, and Andy Cook with a rocket. Holy crap, that was a great goal. All right, 3-1 in the 80th minute. Young Miley. Oh. Andy Cook with a 79-minute goal in the 79th minute. Hopefully it's nothing but a consolation. Chow back to Ramsdale. Ramsdale to Chow. Chow to Trips. Trips to Miley, let's redeem yourself, buddy. Out to Voltamade. Voltamade to Bruno. Bruno to Asula. Ooh, Asula with a cheeky cutback to Voltamade. Voltamade surrounded by pink players. But as we've said, his close control is phenomenal. Out to Trippier. Trippier tries to chip the ball over the Bradford defender, hit him in the face instead. Back to Miley. Miley to J7 to quick one touch that eludes Voltamade. Chow to the rescue. Chow back to Miley or to Botman. Botman wide, switching sides now to Tino. Tino to J7. J7 to Barnes. J7 on the overlap. Barnes coming inside. Tino at the corner of the 18. Chow. Botman was holding off Andy Cook. Chow to Trippier. Trippier to Miley. Miley to Voltamade. Voltamade to Miley. Miley to Trippier. Trippier out to Bruno. Bruno to Voltamade. Bruno back to Bruno and lost possession again. Back to Trips. Back to Miley. Back to Trips. Trippier to Voltamade. Loses possession again. All right, switching sides. J7, 50-50 ball. Dispossessed, but Bradford City gets it again. Bradford City looking for the wide players. Tyreek Wright, number 17 with the ball. Andy Cook gets the ball, puts it back. Back to Wright again. Wright with a left-hand cross. Holy moly, guys. Great cross into the 6-yard box. Yeah, Botman giving his teammates what for. Why is that guy allowed so much space on the ball? Was almost an own goal situation. Botman put it over his bar. But the referee is calling the ball back for a foul. Where? Drop ball at Bradford. But that was an odd one. Not exactly sure what we missed there while we were watching Botman gesticulate. But Bradford City's got the ball deep at the corner of the 18. Oh, Bradford was offside. All right, well. Holy moly, this has gotten chippy all of a sudden at the end. The technologically refreshed linesman calling for an offside there on Bradford. Coming out of the 18-yard box, out to Tino Livramento on the east stand side. Tino back to Botman. Botman to Tino. Tino to Botman. He goes back to Tino again. Nope. Into Voltamade. Voltamade squares it to Bruno. Bruno with a through ball to unleash Tino. Tino down the left-hand side. Nice cross too. Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes puts it just wide of the near side post. It was a great ball from Tino. Tino with a terrific cross. Put it right in the path of Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes tried to volley it and, misjudged it. But it went just wide for a Bradford goal kick. Miley to Trippier. Trippier to Chow. Chow to Botman. To Tino. All right. Barnes is on the ball. Let's go, Barnes. To Voltamade. Voltamade fights him off. To Barnes. Barnes with another shot wide of the near post. Great ball, though. Nick Voltamade did a great job to hold off the Bradford defender, get the ball into Barnes's path. Barnes with his right foot, and it just sails right past. Let's see if it deflected off the keeper. I'm looking. Nope. It was well past. It was about a yard past the keeper's fingers. So, but good work between Voltamade and Barnes. Learning enough about each other right there. This is all good stuff, guys. 3-1's not a bad scoreline. Come on. Fluky goal to give up, but man, was it a rocket. Well done, Andy Cook. All right, appears to be another stoppage of some sort. We're at the half line. Yep, same linesman, same problem, same receiver. I wonder if they've gotten a battery or a new receiver. There, the wire goes up the back of his shoulder to his earpiece. The receiver is held in a Faraday pouch. No, just a pouch on his left bicep, and then the cable goes across the inside of his shirt. So, but yeah, appears that whatever that was goodness gracious, Miley. Now we're seeing the replay of Miley's cute attempted chip to pass the ball into Tommy Lee's head and then bouncing the ball right into Andy Cook. And as Ad Archive said earlier in the comments, Andy Cook, you feed Andy Cook, he will score, and score he did. All right, Voltamade holding off 3 Bradford defenders out to Trippier. Trippier up to Asula. Asula to Bruno. Bruno squares. It's up. Joe Linton with a hat trick. No, damn it. Great shot. Deflected out to Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes attacking the 18. Bradford puts the ball up in the air. Who's got it? Trippier. Trippier collects out to Botman. Back to Botman. Still in the Bradford half. Now back to the Newcastle half to Botman. Botman into J7. J7 to Miley. Miley charging forward to Voltamade. Voltamade puts it in Harvey Barnes' path. Into Willisula. Harvey Barnes with a terrific square to Willisula to score a brace. So, in the 87th minute, Willisula scores his second. That was some terrific teamwork, guys. Great team goal. Nicely done, lads. We've restored the 3-goal cushion. Score is now 4-1 Newcastle at St. James's Park in the 87th minute. Well done. Nice camaraderie there between Harvey Barnes and Willisula. Looks like Willisula maybe coming off. Yep. Looks like a substitution. Or no, he's just coming back to the 18. I mean, coming back to the... All right, looks like we're going to see Alex Murphy. Young Alex Murphy looks to go on for the last several minutes. I have a feeling we're going to have some considerable stoppage time due to the technological difficulties. But yeah, Joe Linton in the 17th and the 75th. Osula in that. All right, so Sven Botman's going to come off. And we're going to see young Alex Murphy come on for the last 3 minutes of regulation and stoppage. Sven Botman with some minutes in his legs. It's good to see. Great to see. Botman's trotting off now, so that Alex Murphy comes on. Yeah, so Fergus is now. So let me catch up. So get in. Then we were unhappy about Andy Cook. Sorry about that, guys. I did get in again to make it 3-1 or 4-1, and then there's Asula. So Fergus is now asking who's going to get the hat trick. Is it going to be Joe Linton or is it going to be Asula? With Alex Murphy coming on, that's the last of our substitutes, which means but for whatever reason the camera stopped. So okay. Tino and Barnes way over on the far touchline into Bruno. Bruno looking to square the ball to Voltamade. Voltamade looking to, there's Miley. Miley out to Trippier. Both Asula and J7 are in the box. Voltamade. Voltamade with the goal. Voltamade with the ball to J7. Dispossessed outside of the 18. Bradford kicks the ball. Nick lost control of it. Tried to square the ball, and Bradford cleared it, but he's got a smile on his face. Back to J7. J7 to Alex Murphy. Alex Murphy to Chow. Chow over to Trippier. All right, let's see. We're in the 90th minute as we speak. Haven't seen the board yet. I'm thinking probably 4 minutes. Could be 5. Barnes out on the far touchline to Tino. Tino back to Barnes. Tino on the overlap. Out into Voltamade in the box. Voltamade surrounded by 4 Bradford defenders. Barnes with the ball to Trippier. To Asula. To Miley. To J7. Come on, Jay. No, out to Murphy, or is that Tino? Voltamade's breathing heavy. I think he's 6 minutes of stoppage time. The 4th official has indicated a minimum of 6 minutes additional time. All right. Bradford keeper launched the ball deep into the Newcastle half. Malik Chow on the ball, out to Trippier. Trippier in the center of the pitch. Now back to Chow. Chow just outside the Newcastle 18. Squares it to Alex Murphy, who then gets it out to Tina Livramento. Tina Livramento out to Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes all the way on the touchline. Puts it forward to J7. J7 squares it to Barnes, who's come in now. J7 out to Voltamade. Voltamade in the strawberry corner with the ball. Being chased by Bradford defenders. Out to Miley. Miley to Trippier. Trippier squares it to Bruno. Bruno still with the ball. Bruno's got it. He's looking to get somebody a hat trick because he told Will Asula to get in the 18. Out to Miley. Miley, Trippier. Trippier on the near touchline. Back to Miley. Miley's going to go to Chow. Chow to Alex Murphy. Switches sides now. Alex Murphy out to Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes on the touchline. Back to Alex Murphy. Back to Chow, who's going to go back to Trippier. There we go. Trippier out wide to Asula. Asula's charging the box. Still Asula. Oh, some fancy footwork. To Miley. To Trippier. Asula's still in the box. To Bruno. Bruno's just outside the 18. Had the ball to Voltamade. Bruno! Bruno holds his own. Tries to take the shot himself. Puts it wide of the same near post that Harvey Barnes has squeaked past twice now. All right. We're in the 93rd minute. Bruno was looking for his teammates, but he was surrounded by pink. I mean, we're just looking at it. He's got 5 defenders on him. If he had looked up, he may have seen Harvey Barnes. Yeah, Harvey Barnes was to his left, but he couldn't see him. So, all right, we'll see what happens halfway through stoppage time now, folks. Still leading 4-1 at St. James's Park. Again, Joe Linton and Will Asula with braces each. But Andy Cook with that hell of a rocket in the 75th minute. Again, what a goal. 79th minute, sorry. Joe Linton scored in the 75th minute, sorry. But after a bad attempted chip pass from Lewis Miley. But Tino Livramento has the ball way out on the east stand touchline. He's coming in now. Coming in, looking to pass the ball, and he does to Trippier. Squares the ball to Trippier. Trippier puts it forward for Will Asula. Asula's got the ball. Back to Trippier. Back to Chow. Where are you going with it, Chow? Chow to Bruno outside the 18. Bruno's got the ball. To Voltamade. Got tangled up at his feet. Who's there? Trippier. Bradford dispossessed. Hey, there's Choppy. Hey, Choppy. J7 playing deeper now in towards our goal. Bruno just outside the center circle. There's Miley at the top of the circle. Out to Trippier. Trippier out to Asula. Asula now going out on the near touchline. Passes back to Trippier. Trippier's looking for somebody in the ball. Up to Bruno. To Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes chests the ball down, but he's surrounded by pink defenders. So, all right. To Alex Murphy. Great ball by Alex Murphy to get the ball out. 26 shots for Newcastle. 11 on target. To Bradford, 6 shots. 3 on target. We've had 63 touches in the opposition box Bradford's had 6. So I don't think Ad Archive would be too disappointed if I said this has been a dominating match for Newcastle United at St. James's Park under the lights. Carabao Cup. First match in the Carabao Cup defense for the defending champion, Newcastle United. J7 on the far side touchline tries to move the ball forward to Joe Linton. Joe Linton misjudges it. Bradford puts it back all the way for the keeper to collect deep in the in their 18 in the Gallagate end. All right, we're in the 96th minute now. 95, 26, 27. Just seconds remaining in the match now. Voltamade chasing down the Bradford defender. Bradford with the ball, looking for a pass. Intercepted tried to go wide left, sorry. Out for throw. Neufel. Bradford's Neufel with the throw in. Let's see what you got, kid. Bradford puts it out. He throws it in, bounces around over there on the touchline for a bit, goes out for the Newcastle throw. Tino Livramento out to Alex Murphy. Alex Murphy squares it to Aaron Ramsdale, and there's the final whistle. There's your final score, folks. Newcastle 4, Bradford City 1. Bradford City out of the Carabao Cup at the first round. Newcastle with a tremendous start to their Carabao Cup defense run. Again, J7, Joe Linton, and Willisula, both with braces. Good stuff. Starting to see players, talking to each other. Andy Cook, what a rocket! If you guys see the highlights, and then Andy Cook goes and gives Aaron Ramsdale a hug. Obviously, they know each other. Great. What a rocket! When you guys see the highlights, go and check out that. It was a bad chip pass from Lewis Miley. He was trying to chip the defender. Tommy Lee from Bradford got his head to the ball, put it down, and put it right down in Andy Cook's path. I mean, it was bing bang boom from Andy Cook. What a rocket! But then again, nothing to sneeze at both the Joe Linton goals and the Asula goals. Great goals. Anthony Gordon got minutes in his legs. Sven Botman got minutes in his legs. Both came off tired, but not injured. Newcastle starting with the lap of honor to the. So Trippier swaps kits with Bradford player. Bradford fans saluting Andy Cook up in there. Bruno also swapped jerseys with a Bradford player. All right, so late. What else is new? Are you covering the draw? It's 10:20, but I don't know. I'll stick around. I could be on and wait for the draw. What is it? It's going to be, it's another 40 minutes until the draw. But the Bradford players are all down in the Lee's end, clapping their supporters for their support. Great look. Thank you, Leslie. It was easy to do. Thanks, Ches. I appreciate that. Jim Fell says, give us Liverpool at St. James's Park in the draw. Has anybody read the comments from the Rat today? Yeah. But he's just not covering himself in glory now then. All right. Well, let's I'm just going to keep watching to the end of the coverage here. Again, Bradford City saluting their supporters. Lots of Bradford City players without shirts carrying Newcastle jerseys. So lots of jerseys been swapped. Again, the last time we beat Bradford City was in 2000. Goals scored by Alan Shearer and Gary Speed. The last time we faced Bradford City in any kind of competition was in 2001, and it was a 2-2 draw. So 24 years between competitive fixtures, and Newcastle comes out on top on this one. Winners 4-1 at St. James's Park tonight. But yeah, the lap of honor as tradition, led by Eddie Howe and Mad Dog Tyndall, Jason Tyndall, saluting the Newcastle fans. Goodness gracious, I still cannot believe. I've been to St. James's Park now 10 times, 11 times. I still cannot believe the speed at which St. James's Park empties out. People really are thirsty to get in line to get a pint. You know, got to get out to the Strawberry, got to get out to Big Market, got to get out to celebrate this win. So both squads now entering the tunnel. Yeah, we'll see, Jim. See if I'm still here. If it's going to be 35 minutes, I don't know. We'll have to see. But J7 coming off. You can see the Adidas stripes. Okay, 76.9% possession to 23.1. 27 total shots, 11 on target to Bradford, 6 total shots, 3 on target. Newcastle won 8 tackles, but Bradford City won 10. Newcastle with 5 interceptions, Bradford with 16. Our passing accuracy, 92%. There's a 67. Our passing into the attacking third were 87% successful to their 67. So again, I think I'm safe to say that this was a dominating performance from Newcastle. Now we're gonna get some highlights. Anthony Gordon with the shot falls right into Joe Linton's path off a deflection off the Bradford defender. Great goal for J7 in the 17th minute. And then just 2 minutes later, young Will Asula, great ball from Bruno that Asula ran onto and just barreled into their goal. So, yep, J7 to Miley to Bruno with a fantastic through ball. Will Asula ran onto it, one-touched it into the far corner. And it goes dancing over into the Lees' end corner. Pounds the crust on his chest. Yeah, it is a long time to wait, Leslie. I would have to set up set it up and see if we can get that going. Give me a second. I want to keep going during the highlights here at the end of the match. I'll keep going until our reception is gone, and then I've got to go find the draw. I don't think they do it on Paramount. I'd have to go find it on YouTube or since I'm watching on television, I'd have to go find where the draw is. But we could do poems in the meantime. Nice one, Ian. There once was a lady from Stoke. Nope. But the highlights are fun to watch. Anthony Gordon. Alanga had a couple of chances tonight. Just couldn't chip them or shoot them over the keeper. His attempts were both right at the keeper. Easily saved, easily blocked. But it was a great performance from the guys tonight. Substitutions were well managed, well done to Eddie Howe, bringing on the subs at the correct times. Bruno with the squared ball to J7, just what a goal for Joe Linton's second, completing his brace. Good stuff, guys. Yeah, Ian, you got any poetry you want to put in the Voltamade's involvement in all those chances are encouraging, says Ches. Yep. Wonder if Eddie will tweak how we play slightly. I think so. I think we have to in order to bring in the Voltamade, because Voltamade isn't a true 9. He plays more as a 10. He plays, again, I say he's like a 6'6" Beardsley. He's looking for a player of Andy Cole's diligence, a fox in the box kind of a guy. He's going to be looking to make those passes through black eyes. He is big. He is class. He's got a wig and a stash. Voltamade. So is that sung to That's Amore? Is it? He is big. He is class. He's got a wig and a stash. Voltamade. That's funny. Good. Nice work, Ian. The highlight of the Andy Cook rocket. That was just something else. Harvey Barnes with 3 attempts at goal, all 3 missing that that near post. But yeah, the square ball from Harvey Barnes to Willisula to make for Willisula's second was a great one. Leslie liked that one. Chaz. Yep. All right, here's your Arsenal 2 over Port Vale, Tottenham Hotspur 3 over Doncaster Rovers, and Manchester City dispensed with Huddersfield. So Newcastle, the highest scores tonight, same score line as Tottenham Hotspur with 3 goals. So Newcastle 4, Bradford City 1, Tottenham Hotspur 3, Doncaster Rovers 0. Port Vale hosting Arsenal lose to the visitors 2-0, and Huddersfield Town hosting Man City, again losing to the visitors 2-0. So, all right, I guess that means Prem side's victorious in this night of fixtures. Bradford City players currently doing warm downs on the pitch. Those substitutes coming on, getting their all right, now we've got a graphic showing us the Carabao Cup. Crystal Palace, Chelsea, whoa, coming way fast now. Preston North End, Huddersfield, old Spurs, Borough, Tractor Boys. They're just names that are going up on the screen. I know all those. Ipswich. All right, now we've got 3 minutes of ads. So I think I'm going to end this one. If I could go find the draw, I'll set up another show. Leslie, I don't know how to. I'm not going to be able to promote it. I'm not going to be able to put it out like Baz does. He does the Canva and does a little thumbnail for it. I don't know. I think and we're limited on the amount of the size of the file that we've got in StreamYard. So this is already, an hour past. So, okay. I think we're going to say goodnight. See what happens. See what I can do. If I'm online, I'm online. If I'm not, I'm not. So we'll see what we can do. So thank you all for tuning in. Again, just a couple of reminders. Remember, subscribing to the channel is free. Please subscribe and hype it up. You can join the channel for just 99p a month. That allows you to enter the prize draws that Baz is deficient in doing. You could also make donations using the super chat function. All proceeds that come to the channel help run the channel, pay for our StreamYard subscription, and we also use some of those proceeds to get some terrific guests on to make donations to their charity. And then, of course, any monies collected during those interviews on those episodes also go to that guest charity. So good stuff. Don't forget Dire Crow has 20 for 20% off. Go visit Joe Spinney's store online. Terrific stuff. I think it's merchperch.com or something like that, but just Google Dire Crow shop. You'll find it. And again, BAZ20 for 20% off your purchase. If you're planning a trip to come to Newcastle, look up the Geordieland Experience. Reach out to Sparky Buddy, our good friend Mark there, and they'll point you in the right direction. And then, of course, lastly, let me turn off that comment. Goodness gracious, let me turn it off. Boop. All right, now I can do it. Give me a second. Yep, like and subscribe. There you go. It costs you nothing. Again, if you want to become a member, that allows you to enter prize drawings and money. Help us run the channel and help us donate to charity. And our last one, I'll just run it out there again. Just a reminder: we have raised and dispensed with over £11,000 since we started the channel to charity. So good stuff. All right, I think that's all I got. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope I held your attention, and we'll see you on the next one. I think our next show is Friday, where we'll do a preview of the Arsenal match on Sunday, and we'll go from there. So love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night. We'll see you later.